Hey, welcome back everybody, Money Skills here. I really hope you enjoyed my last two videos. Previously, we mainly did fletching, woodcutting, and a little bit of agility. Today, we are switching it up and we are going to be moving on to fishing and cooking activities. Our plan this time is to fish shrimp until level 5. We are going to do sardines till 10, and then a mixture of sardines and herring to level 20. Now that we hit level 20, we are going to do trout and then move on to salmon until we hit level 35, in which we will go straight to Tempoross. Now, the boss is located in the desert. You can take a free boat from the southwest side of Al-Kharid, and it requires 35 fishing to fully participate. The boss contains everything inside of the instance you need to attack and win the fight. Alright, now that we finally hit level 35 fishing, we are going to sell a couple fish to the general store, and then we are going to go through the gate into Al-Kharid and go south till we find the transportation boat. Alright, we're gonna climb the rope ladder. And then we're going to grab 5 buckets, fill them up with water, grab a rope, get a hammer, and a harpoon. We're going to come down and we are going to fish the harpoon fishing spot. We are going to get a harpoon fish from that. And sometimes when the fishes are jumping up, you can get double fish from that spot, which also means double XP, which is great. And here's a colossal wave coming in. You see the little timer on the mast, and you use your rope to tether yourself to that so you don't wash away. And then after that, we are going to cook the fish, because cooking the fish gives you more damage to the boss and more XP and points. And sometimes the clouds come in and they come set fire to the island, which you use your buckets of water to put out the fires. Cook some more fish, another colossal wave. And then you can repair the totems sometimes, and they give you construction XP based on your construction level. So it scales up as you move along. And then we just fire all the fish at Tempoross. And then you're able to come down to the dock one more time and scatter the school of fish as he's under the water. And you deal damage to him, and after that you're able to finish the fight. My first kill took me 7.5 minutes. I got just under 5,000 points, and that gives you 5 reward permits. Usually I get between 3 and 6 on average, I'd say. So it's pretty good. Level 10 cooking. Here is level 40 fishing. 5 KC at Tempoross. Level 15 cooking. 10 kills at Tempoross. Getting level 45 fishing. Nice, we got level 20 cooking. Back to back, 25 cooking. Level 50 cooking, we're close to 55 to be able to bare hand the harpoon fish. And here's 52 construction. And a total level of 475. Level 30 cooking. Nice, level 55 cooking. Sorry, level 55 fishing. Now we are going to collect the rewards from the pool before we go to do the barbarian training, where we're able to learn how to barehand fishing. Now, there's not much crazy loot that we can get right now. The main thing we're just looking for is caskets and hopefully a quick spoon on a unique item. But it looks like we're just going to be getting a bunch of fish today and 9 caskets. So yeah, we can see the main loot is raw fish, some crafting materials such as planks, nails, feathers, and caskets, which have a really good loot table on them. And using the teleport to the Barbarian Assault, we can just run south to Auto, where we can learn how to barehand fishing, which is a barbarian skill, and it gives you strength XP whenever you fish. And using it at Tempoross, we're able to get a lot of passive strength experience. And look at us, every time we hit Tempoross, we get 10 strength XP, and there is 50 kill count. And then here we're going to hit level 60 fishing. And our first strength milestone, we're going to be hitting level 40 strength. Coming in level 35 cooking. We are now able to make plain pizzas. 75 kill count. And level 65 fishing. We are now able to fish karambwan, which is going to be a really good food later on. Level 45 strength. And 100 kill count. And here we are going to go again with 310 loot pulls this time. See what we can accumulate here. Hopefully this time we're able to pull a unique. But the planks and the fish are really good. on, caskets. Come on, caskets. Oh, tackle box. That's a cool unique. You're able to store a lot of your fishing supplies in there. However, the only really big downfall of it is you're not able to actually use the supplies directly from it. You have to put them in your inventory first. So it's like not really that useful. And another 17 caskets. And we're gonna open all 26 of our caskets. Lots of jewelry, lots of gems. We actually got a full crystal key, which is gonna guarantee us a dragonstone later, so that's sweet. And now, as part of our cooking grind, we are going to pick up some water that we are going to be able to turn into a dough. And this is at the Shantae Pass shop. You can find him in Alcarid, or you can find him here at Tempoross. So we're going to collect a bunch of water. And then over here at the trawler minigame in Port Khazard, there's a shop that sells lots of pots of flour for the minigame, but we can use that as the secondary ingredient to make more dough. So we're gonna have about 500 of both flour and water, and we're gonna see how many we make. It is a very long process to make the dough and add all the ingredients to the pizza base to make an uncooked pizza. Took hours, honestly. And here at the Grand Tree, there's a food shop which sells tomatoes and cheese. And we add the tomatoes to the pizza base first, and then we add cheese. And sadly for this whole process, there is 0 XP until you actually cook the pizza, which I think is slightly ridiculous with how long it takes to make these. And here we are, we made just over 300 pizzas. I think this took me all morning. It took me like 3 hours to make all these. But we are not going to cook them yet because we want to make sure our cooking level's high enough so that we don't burn any of them. Okay, now using the Birth Rope Games Room mini game teleport, we are going to go into the Thieves' Den, I think it's called. And there's a bank and a fire set up directly beside each other. And we are going to start cooking our fish. I'm going to be starting at level 39 cooking here. And we're going to start with our salmon. Level 40 cooking right off the bat. Level 45 cooking. Level 50 cooking, still on the salmon. Level 55 cooking, still on just the salmon. And we are actually finally finishing the salmon at level 57 cooking. Moving on to the tuna now. Level 60 cooking. And it looks like we are finishing up the last little bit of the tuna here at level 62. And we're going to be moving on to the lobsters next. With the last little bit of the lobsters done, looks like we are hitting just at 64, almost level 65. Moving on to the bass. And here we are hitting level 65 cooking. We are now able to make pineapple pizza. We're going to be doing just a quick tree run. And there's something cool in the game called Forester's Rations. From all the leaves that we got from woodcutting earlier, with the forestry backpack, you get leaves and you can combine them with already cooked meat to make Forester's Rations. And when you have the backpack and you chop a tree, you restore run energy. And it's a really good early way to keep your run up when doing like a quest or something. Oh, we're gonna also hit 76 woodcutting on this willow. And here is level 40 farming. And here is those Forester's Rations in action. You see I have 25 run energy, and after that tree, up to 45. And then after this tree, we're up to 65. So it's really quick if you're able to hit your trees and hit the chance rate on that. And then here we have some construction supplies. We are going to jump into our house real quick and make a few things in the kitchen. We're going to make an oak larder. And we are going to make just a couple other miscellaneous things. First, though, we do need to build the kitchen itself. We are going to make the oak larder. Going to make a sink. Something interesting is you can get all the ingredients for the Cook's Assistant quest. Usually one of the first quests most people do in this game. And I actually somehow lost it, but right here I actually run into Lumbridge and do the Cook's Assistant quest. And I started the recipe for disaster quest, but didn't actually do any of the actual steps in it. Here we are finishing up the last little bit of the bass at 65 fishing, or 65 cooking. And moving on to the swordfish. And here is the last of the swordfish for 66 cooking. And that's all the fish I have. And to bridge the gap on going from all the raw fish I had, I'm going to use up these leaves on the cooked fish, and we are going to make a bunch of those forester's rations. I'm going to turn all of these lobsters into forester's rations. And just finishing up a few salmon into more forestry rations. We made about 13,000 of them. Only at 67 cooking. So my main goal right now is to hit 70 cooking. However, I am running out of things to cook. So my plan is to go to Korend and go to the mess halls and work at the servery kitchen. More or less what we do here is we go into the cupboards, we grab all the utensils. There is free food here. It is actually a free cooking method if you're low on supplies and or money. And more or less, all you do is just make pizzas and serve it to the people, and you get really big cooking XP drops. And there it is. We finally hit 70 cooking. That is the Quest Cape requirement for cooking, so that's super exciting. And it also unlocks Admiral Pies for us. And you're probably wondering why I got all my rewards from Tempoross so early. It's because I wanted to get salmon and tuna so that I can make these pies. However, though, with that, I was really so the Admiral Pie boosts your fishing level by 5, and the XP that you get from Tempoross is based off of your fishing level. And it scales up, so as you move along, you get more XP, you level up, you get higher XP, you level up, you get higher XP. And I was like, wow, I can make these pies, boost my XP, and my XP will just go so much faster. I could not have been more wrong. The XP that you get from Tempe is based off of your base fishing level, not your boosted level. So I spent 2 to 3 hours making pies one morning. Making the pies requires water, flour, a pie shell. You make a pastry dough. You put the pastry dough in the pie shell. You have to gather a bunch of potatoes. And then you add your salmon. You add your tuna. You add your potato. Bake them off. And they don't boost XP at Tempoross. I was beyond pissed. But I mean, like, it was my fault. That's me. I didn't do the research. So these will be left probably in my bank for a long time till I do a bunch of karambwans, and that'll hopefully make that go a little bit faster. Until then, these are just kind of useless right now. So go me. All right, and there's 70 fishing. Oh, it's about time. That is our main goal for this episode. 70 fishing and 70 cooking. And let's finish this KC nice and clean. We will end it at 130. And we have 106 reward tokens. So let's fish these guys up, see what we get. Oh, we got the barrel. That's so exciting. That's going to be so good for, like, Karambwans later. Only 2 caskets. Kind of sucks, but that's okay. Sweet, we have secured our early food. We have a few thousand fish that heal between 7 and 14. I made some pineapple pizzas that heal 22. We got some really good gains. We got fishing from 1 to 70. We got cooking from level 1 to 70. Our strength levels went from 35 to 49 just from Tempoross. And we also got a couple levels of construction. Please join me in the next video as we take on smithing. Make sure to drop your name in the comment section below for a chance to win a bond.